sailplanes. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's all I need. And then it turned out that uh, it didn't have as much background info as I wanted or needed. So I'm like, all right, fuck. I need to now find the next book. And I managed to find it online somewhere, and essentially just like save myself 120 bucks because any other option was like I'd have to wait another month or whatever
Oh
to
yeah.
get it. So,
Well, good.
after stream. All right, so we were in the rally phase. Did I put? Uh, where's my save here?
Now, is this my turn or your turn? I think it's your turn.
I believe so. Yes,
Well,
because it is.
oh,
Yeah,
you're the red Russians, aren't you? No,
yeah.
you're the white Russians.
Yeah, I got the Polish counter or whatever. Okay, so it's the start, so we gotta take pins off. I don't think I rolled for weather, so we'll just do that. No weather change. Um, cool. I think that was all the stuff that I missed. All right, so let's do rallies. All these impossible rallies I got. That guy's probably more worthwhile. That's just a broken gun. He's screwed no matter what. My guys are white commissars, yeah? I forget. I think that was.
Yeah, I believe they are.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to try and rally the broken guy in U9.
Okay.
Self rally works, thank God. So I get him back. I'm going to try and rally the guy in X0. Leader provides a -1. There's no +1, if I remember correctly, as a special thing for them, and the DM doesn't apply. So no. DM will come off, and he goes to one level lower, which is conscripts now. And that'll come off later anyways. And then I'm going to try and repair this gun. Sweet.
Hey, Kobold, how's it going?
What was he in?
Yeah, he's in the voice channel. Hey,
Oh,
Kobold, if you ask Java, I'm sure Java will toss you a link to the stream so you can actually see the board.
Stick to me like glue and keep your eyes open.
yeah. Let's see. I gotta actually get on my pitch.
Post a link.
Posting link soon.
He's getting there.
Posting
We're so used to
link
being ignored that
this is also new. I forget if I have that in my Discord thing.
Oh, mature audiences, huh? Oh, jeez.
I know we swear, so.
mostly me.
No, I think it's a fair share of the two of us.
I mean, we are literally a bunch of goons.
Hey, they're not supposed to know that.
Forget I said that. Nobody cares about that dead website.
That's right. Hypno, your turn for rallies.
Oh, geez. Okay. Anybody that I want to self-rally?
I don't think there's anybody you can self-rally. Maybe a crew?
Yeah, I've got a couple crews that I got to self-rally. Okay, we'll start with Y4.
All right.
Nope.
Well, they don't die, so it's good.
Yeah. Well, there's no officer there, so they can't be shot.
Yeah, but it's because you almost rolled a 12.
Oh, right, yeah. They'll berserk and charge into handy machine gun fire. All right, the crew in Y5 similarly fails. Weak. I have to do this. See him.
All right. Do I have anybody that has LOS on him? Just gonna check real quick. Does this guy have LOS? No. And
He's behind buildings, so unless there's somebody on the south side that's got it. Or on the bottom side, I guess.
Nah, X0 could have potentially, but I think it just grabs the corner of Z3, so you're good. You can reconceal.
Yeah. Well, he is going to try and rally, and these are commissars, so. No modifier.
You get a +1 on broken morale, so he rallies. Yeah,
Hallelujah.
that's the only benefit of commissars is you ignore DM and you get a +1 broken.
Rearrange my damn stacks. Alright, that's a little better. Okay, so he rallies. Concealed. Yep. He'll attempt to shoot the other units, the rest of the units in Y6, or I'm sorry, Y7.
Yeah, they're pretty much hosed. Oh my god! Wow.
Rally!
Garbage. I hate this game.
That half squad is going to do a lot.
Hey, you never know. They can tie up a melee, easy.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I have a buttload of broken things, so let's see. We'll start with Z2. No. Let's see where it's. X6.
Jeez.
Is that it? That's it.
The DMs come off.
Yep.
And straight into prep. So this is where I get to attempt to rejigger my FFE2. So I gotta scroll back all the way down to this massive chart. FFE2, correction and fire. So do I wish to cancel FFE2? No, because I probably won't be able to get it back. Does the observer have LOS to the base level of FFE or W8 hex? Probably not. I don't know. I don't even know what the
Yeah, just check. That's yeah. I was
even
gonna say,
even well. So it measures ground level, but even 5, I don't know if I'd have it. But I do have.
building and a hill. I mean,
Well, I have line of sight to blast site for sure. So yes, and I want to correct it. So I can place an artillery request within 3 hexes of FFE2. So let's grab my artillery request, and I'm gonna put it. Let's put it there. Place it. Does observer have LOS to a location in the AR hex? That should be a yes.
yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, that clears the church.
Yep.
Cool. So yes, if there are any units adjacent hex, are all of them unknown? No. So place FFE2 in AR hex and make accuracy die check. So let's just put that there. Accuracy die is not accurate. So no. So make direction extent of error DR. So direction 6-1. Halved, but I think its fractions rounded up anyways.
Yeah.
So let's go down here.
Yeah, that really.
And resolves. So that is a, what was it, 76? Yeah, 76 HE. So we'll do Y6 first. No rubble, no shell hole possibility. Z6 is a 4 up 2. So 6 on IFFT or IIFT. 75, so 14. So 6 on 14 is 2 MC.
Can artillery fire trigger triggers?
No, I think artillery is one of the few ones that doesn't. But let's. I'm just gonna double check real quick. Pretty sure I'm right though.
Hey, Kobold, feel free to ask questions if anything seems confusing.
Oh yeah, anybody who's ever watching, like, ask questions, because I'm definitely fine with checking rulebook while we're got some downtime or even just on a lark. All right, so Z6 is fine. We'll do Z7. No change whatsoever. Then Y8 is a 10. That's a
12.
+2, so 12 on 14 is nothing. Then we'll do X7. Again, nothing. X6 is a 10 on 14. Pin test check.
11, 45 build.
Oh, right. Well, that's a miss. And lastly, Y7 is a 7 on 14. So 2 MC. So leader first. And then, oh, so they're both broken. Cool. At least I got something out of it. Okay.
Commissar broke. Does that have any special?
Oh, no, because the guy he was with already broke.
Technically, the commissar broke first.
Yeah, but the so leaders are always have to roll first regardless. But when a leader breaks, uh, you get what's called a leader lost task check. So like if a leader breaks, units with them have to take a task check to see if they pin. Um, I forget if commissars are even if units with commissars are exempt from it, but since the other guy broke, it wouldn't matter anyways. All right, so that was artillery. Now it's in continuation, so I'll have a 1 in 3 chance of getting it from now on, or if I try to go for it again. I'll stick that off. All right, what else do I want to do? These guys are kind of hosed regardless, which sucks. Oh, right, I've got all these guys. S7 will shoot at W5 as a 2-up 2 shot. Okay. I forget. They don't cower, yeah?
They're crew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, crew don't cower.
Cool. So that's a 4 on 2. 1 MC. Sweet. I finally get to see if that guy's real or not. So pins.
Yep.
All right. I have rate of fire, so I'll shoot same shot. This time 4-up 2. It's a 7 on 4. Pin task check, so that does nothing.
Do I need to? I don't need to roll still, right?
I think if I remember correctly,
Did you say last time?
Yeah, there's some guys brought up in the ASL Discord that you don't roll for it, which I don't agree with. But if anything, we'll house rule it in future games.
Yeah.
I had rate of fire, so I'll just keep shooting, and that will be a stop to my shots. Infantry gun S4 will shoot at Z2. To hit is a so it's +2 for building, -1, so 7, need an 8, so he's fine. I don't think I'll have rate of fire.
Do you get those multiple hits?
Uh,
Is that only for vehicles?
oh, I do actually, because it's a 15 to 40 millimeter. Multiple hits. Let's see if that scores a non-critical hit while rolling an original doubles to hit. 2 hits instead of 1, with the result that the firer is then entitled to 2 DR on the applicable effects. So I rolled a 9 and a 6, so I'm going to take the 6. Does it do anything else? It does not. So 6 on 37 is a 4, so a normal morale check. Oh, I do have rate of fire too. Sweet.
And the unit succeeds, but has to immediately make a task check because the leader broke.
Yeah.
And fails that, so they're pinned.
So he's pinned. I'll I have rate of fire. I forgot it was 3, so I'm just gonna shoot again. That's definitely a hit. Definitely multiple hits again. I'm at a. So I need 8, and I got a -2 +2 4. So it's a critical hit, I think. Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So critical hit. So it's doubled, and you'll have a sniper check. So instead of 37, it's or 4 firepower, it's 8. That was an 8 on 8, so a normal morale check and your sniper.
Nice. Got multiple hits.
Critical hit, you only roll once.
Okay.
Yeah. Or else it'd be I think it's just to prevent it from being way too powerful.
All right. So 8 on 8.
Yeah.
Is what?
Normal morale.
Okay. Leader succeeds.
Damn.
And the other squad also succeeds.
Jesus.
Sniper.
You've rolled a lot of 4s.
Yeah, it's not helping me though.
Yeah. Well, it's keeping them alive at least. And then sniper, nothing.
Nothing.
Well, might as well go for broke. 9 +2 -2, so nothing. I have rate of fire. 9, no rate, miss. All right, well, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll keep shooting that too. S3 to Y4. So that is 7 -2 for acquisition plus 3 is an 8, so that's a hit, barely. 3 on 4 is 2 MC. Sweet, my crews are putting in work. We've exchanged dice, it appears.
Yep. So these guys casualty reduce?
Yes. So they're already broken, so they can't ELR. So they just go to half squad. That crew is eliminated. All right. Well, might as well keep going. 2 hits. That's a miss. Oops. Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
I think I'm gonna lose this scenario, honestly.
I still got a lot of movement I need to do. Although there is a
Stick
lot
to me
of
like glue.
turns to go.
Keep your eyes open.
No, I don't have any other support weapons I can really use anyways. Alright, let's go to movement phase. First things first. This stack is going to lose CX, thankfully. The conscripts in XO will declare dash, and their target is Z1, and they have to go through Y1.
Okay.
So they get to Z1.
All right.
And then leader and squad will dash to Z0.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay.
Unless you want, if you want to shoot at them in Y1, it's still.
No. I was like,
Okay. All right. Oh, right. That's gonna suck for those guys.
Oh well.
X1 is going to move to X2, normal move for 2. Also, thanks, Davin, for the follow.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay. Continues to X3 for 3.
Takes it with artillery. The MMG will fire at him.
Okay.
So
So
it's gonna be
4 down 2.
Down 2. 7 on 4. Pin test check.
PTC, alright. Just barely passes.
Well, there goes one of my artillery pieces.
Alright. Oh, whatever. I should have done that one. The crew in T1 is just going to move to T2. Normal move for 1.
Okay.
T3 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
T4 for 3.
Okay.
And I will spend a point to grab the DC.
Okay.
Man, I'm really hating this one stupid spot. V7 assault moves to W8.
The 37 millimeter will open up on them.
Okay.
So
I'm praying for boxcars.
it's a -2 for point blank range.
Yep.
I think that's it.
-1 for first fire movement open ground.
It's not dashing infantry. Okay. All right. Yep. So then just -3.
Yep. Always those shots.
But no rate, so hey.
It's a crit though.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's your 2 hit is a 8, right? So
Yeah.
-3, you're under half.
Okay. All right.
So it's
So-
a 8 firepower shot.
8 firepower.
Oh, thank God.
You were saying? I'm sorry.
Well, at least it's not broken. I don't know. I'm trying to find a silver lining here.
So, is it question? Does the critical apply to the residual? Does it even leave residual?
Yes, it applies to the residual. So instead of 2, it's 4. And I think technically, if it was a big enough shot, like if it was a 19 or 20 firepower shot, it'd still do something at 12. It's only when you're doing 2 kills where the round turns out to be a dud. W9 will assault move to X8.
Okay. The elite squad in Y8 that is not carrying the machine gun will fire at them. So that's
Alright.
going to be just 8 down,
Down
1.
1, yeah.
That's
6 on 8, 1 MC.
On 8.
Breaks.
1 MC, yeah.
And then X9 assault moves to Y9.
Well, the squad with the machine gun will fire at them.
Okay.
That's going to be a 12 down 1.
Yep.
5 on 12 is a 2 MC.
Pins. That sucks. That guy's gonna have a bad time. Okay, well. Okay. So X10 loses their CX. They move as a stack to Y10 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then into Z9 for 5 total.
Okay.
The entire stack in V9 will lose their CX. And oh, I can't assault move and retain that, so they'll just lose their CX. U9 will normal move into V8 for 4.
Okay.
U8 will go into V7 for 4. So no assault move.
Mm-hmm.
Stack in T8 loses their CX. I'm just going to put the leader on top. They will all move to U8 for 2. And then continue into V7 for 6. Stack in W1 loses their CX.
I'm assuming the leader is lending his extra PP to the crew.
Yeah, so the half squad's there helping him out, and so is the leader. So regardless of even if the leader wasn't there, they'd still be fine. There's no loss in movement. But yeah, so the W1 guys go to X0. That's the only move they can do. V0 goes into W1, and they have to have CX as a result. I don't think anybody has line of sight, so they stay concealed.
Yep.
And I've got my reinforcements on this edge of the board. Let's hope I don't lose
What level
anybody.
of hindrance blocks LOS?
I'm sorry, what?
What level of hindrance blocks LOS?
6.
6. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as you get to 6, it's less blocked. Well, let's do this guy first. FF10 goes on board for 1. Loses, presumably loses concealment if DD4 is real.
It is.
All right. Goes to FF9 for 2.
Okay.
GG9 for 3.
Okay.
GG8 for 4.
Okay.
Dismounts and has, is it 2 left?
It's a quarter to.
Right. Yeah. So he's at 6, so half left. So he has 2 movement factors left.
Yep.
And then spends 1 to get into GG7 because he's partisan. Or Mongolian, so partisans and 1 movement.
Yeah. Yep, they're stealthy.
Other cavalry off board goes to DD10 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
I have to double check what the value is for grain and cavalry.
1.5, I think.
Yeah, it's still 1.5. Cool. So 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Okay.
5.5. Dismounts and has 1 movement vector left.
Yep. Well, no, they're at 5.5 there.
Yeah, but it would cost.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, we got 1.
Yeah. Lastly, I'm gonna have this stack is going to normal move into CC10. I don't know if you have LOS, so if you want to draw it.
Yeah, I'll draw it, but I doubt it.
You never know. It gets funky with. I think CC9. Oh, okay. I was way off. All right. So that's 1. They will go into BB9 for 3. Into BB8 for 5.
Is
And
brush 1 or 2 for infantry?
Brush is. Oh, you know what? Yeah, brush might be 2.
Where to go from there? So it's 1 to get a CC10, and then another 4 for a total of 5 to get a B1.
Yeah, right. So 5 to get there. And they'll just have to stay there. Do I have anybody else to move? I don't think so. Defensive fire.
Well, the pin squad in Z2 will fire at the conscripts next to them.
Okay.
So they're half doubled, so it's a 4 up 1.
Yeah.
So 6 on 4, which is a normal check.
All right. Casualty. And break. Well, those guys are screwed.
Let's see, who else do I have? The squad in Y5 with the machine gun will fire at the squad out in the road in X3.
Okay. Oh, we gotta take out residual.
Yep. So that is going to be a 6 flat, I think.
Yep. 5 and 6.
Here's a 1 MC.
Damn. Break.
The crew in X6 will fire at the stack in V7 just because. Why not?
Okay.
So that's going to be a 2 up 2.
Mm-hmm.
The medium machine gun in Z6 will fire at the crew with the demolition charge.
Okay. Please spare them.
Sure
They are but foolish folk who know not to.
So that's going to be a 4
Flat. Yeah.
So if I've already first fired, I can fire at any other stack in range, right? I don't have to fire at an adjacent stack.
If you haven't first fired, you can shoot at anybody. If you have, it has to be adjacent.
It has to be adjacent. Okay.
Yeah.
And for the gun, that would be what, intensive fire?
I believe so. Yes. Which, I mean, technically for a gun at that range is not a bad idea because you have the -2 for range anyways. So it counteracts the +2.
No, it's more the break number that I'm worried about.
Well, I mean, if you're worried that you'll lose it anyways.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do it. So we're gonna intensify the unbroken squad there.
Okay.
So it is. Oh,
I think it's just a flat 8. I think because you get a +2 for intensive, -2 for range.
Yeah, just flat 8.
That's about all I can think of.
Woo! For sure. Sniper.
All right, so crit. So it's 8.
Fire.
8 on 8, normal morale. Barely pass. And sniper. Oh my god, he activated. He's awake. Sniper is there.
Yep.
2-2. The closest guy is at 6, so he pins. Which, sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, I will keep going. Do I get rate? No, I don't get rate for intensive, do
I do not believe so. Or if you do, your rates were lowered, but I don't think that's the case. Intensive fire. Yeah, or marked with an intensive. A gun cannot use intensive fire until it has already exhausted and rated fire. You did not say it straight there. That's weird. I imagine you can't because the idea of intensifier is that it's an intensifier gun automatically gains one and only one additional shot.
Okay, yep, that's fine.
That's what.
Oh, my bad gun. All right. Y8 will fire at Y9 because I don't really have any other targets that are legal.
Okay.
So that is going to be 8, 10.
So
Yeah.
10, yeah, doubled in half.
Do I get the machine gun again? Yeah.
Yeah, you can get the machine gun again. So it's 10. Yeah. So 5 on 10 is
2MC.
2 MC. God damn. Yeah, breaks. Loses pin, so cool, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's it. Anybody else?
Advanced fire phase. Well, 2 of my options don't exist anymore. Yeah, V7 will shoot back at the Fnatic crew. So we're looking at the crew's not going to shoot the MMG. It's just going to be them. Everybody's at normal range. So it's a 6 down halved, so 3 up 2. That's a miss. W8 will shoot adjacent to X7 for a 3 up 2 shot. 6 on 3 is pin test check. And sniper.
Yay!
God damn it. Where the hell's your sniper? Oh, thank God. Okay. I shouldn't have to worry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so it goes straight on the broken guys. Which I believe eliminates them.
Breaks MMC, so.
But since they can't break, why can't I? There you go, 14. So it says breaks MMC or reduces MMC that does not break. And the way I read it is that it kills them. So
Okay.
I prefer that reading because otherwise it's like they just sit there and you waste a sniper and that sucks.
Oh, hey, this is a kind of a moot question, I'm sure, but do I get acquisition on W8?
Yes, you do. Most of them advanced fire. That's pointless. 3 up 2. Oh, yeah. Z9 will shoot at Y8. So that is going to be 4 flat. Sweet. 2 MC. God, everybody's breaking. I can't even take advantage of these things. V8 will shoot at X7, so it's going to be a 2.5 up 2. That's no way. No, that's a miss. And I think that's it for shots. Route phase. So it's got to be me first. So we'll take off all this prep fire and defensive. X3 has to route to W3.
Hey. Can you move them? Hey.
Alright, so they go in there and minefield attack. Whatever
Yeah.
your value is.
Nothing. They don't.
Nothing. Alright, I don't think I can move anywhere else after that. Because it's just getting closer, so they're stuck in a minefield. X8 will go back to the fortified building W9.
Mhm.
Y9 will go to Z9. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good. And that's it for my routes.
Ah. The units in Y8 will route to Y7.
Okay.
And then we'll continue routing to Z6. I believe they can do that, yeah?
Should be, yeah.
Don't think they can go any further, but that's.
Technically, yes, because they've spent. That would just be 4. They have 6. I don't really know where else they would go, but.
Yeah, I don't think they can reach anywhere else. So, yeah, they're going to stay there. The leader here is going to route into that hex as well.
Okay. Just pop a
I
D
can
in
actually find goddamn.
there.
The half squad there will stay put. The squad in Y4 will route back to Z4.
Okay.
The leader in Z2 will stay put because he doesn't have to move. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for me.
Advance phase. Z0 to Z1.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 good squads in X0 will go to X1. I don't think I can advance W1 because that'd be all his movement points. He's fine where he is. Yeah, that's worthwhile there. Everybody in V7 except for the MMG and crew will go to V6.
Okay.
That's a bad idea, actually. The 2 elite squads in Z9 will go to Z8. Leader stays behind. Or, no, I have to stay behind. Oh, I should have thought about that. Damn. The squad in DD7 will advance to CC7.
Okay.
Everybody in BB9 goes to BB8. W8 has to, or I absolutely want to go to X7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? V8 will go to W8. I'm feeling risky.
I don't think that's risky at all, to be honest.
Well, in case if my guys ever lose this CC, not, I mean, I have a lot of odds in my favor, but you never know. These guys aren't CX. Yeah, I should be able to advance them. No wait, it takes all their movement. Yeah, I think I gotta wait. Okay. That's it. CC phase. There's only one. There is an ambush roll. No ambush. So I'm at a 3-1. I'm not invoking hand to hand, and then you're 1-6 because you're halved for pin.
I defended. Well, yeah, that's true. I'm
Yeah.
defending.
So 3-1. I need an 8. All right. All right. And that's it for that turn. Take off moves, pins.
No way to change. Rallies. We.
This is where things start going poorly.
Sure. All right, I got to start off with my self rallies. We'll do Z2 to start with. He has the DM rally. He has the DM, right? The commissars, are commissars affected by?
By themselves, I don't believe so. But let's double check.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't. But Commissar, Spear, yada yada. Unpinned, unbroken commissar increases morale level of all friendly infantry cavalry in the same location by 1, while prohibiting application of another leader's DRM to morale. A broken commissar must always attempt self-rally, even if with another leader. Commissar never receives the leader DRM of another leader when performing any action. Not subject to substitution. Oh yeah, so while being rallied by a commissar, so it doesn't apply. So he doesn't. So he gets the DM.
He does get. So yeah, so he's not rally. Does he shoot himself?
No, thankfully. They exist only to torment others. That's how it works.
The crew in my 5. Yay!
Damn.
Can actually fire with that goddamn artillery piece. Let's see who else. Well, the crew, no, the squad in Z4 is with a unit. I think I revealed that to you before.
Yeah.
So they will rally. And
yep.
siege? Yes, barely. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to roll the leader in Z6.
Oh, no worries. It was, you're gonna have to do it eventually anyways, so.
He does not rally. And for a self rally, try. Yeah, we'll try and rally one of the squads in Z6 as a self rally.
Okay.
And they failed. They lose their DM.
Only rally attempt I have is Z9, so White Commissar.
Broken? I don't think it'd be broken stuff. No, it's all destroyed. Never mind. Oh no, I do have one. I'm sorry. No,
oh, for repairs, you mean?
Yeah, I had a repair.
Yeah.
Z2.
I managed to rally my guy, and I don't have any broken stuff. So that's it for rallies for me.
Prepify. The squad in W5 will fire across the road at B6.
Okay.
That's going to be a 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
Power. That's nothing. 8 on 2. The squad with the LMG and Y5 will also fire at the squad in V6. That is
Okay.
going to be 6 up 2.
Mhm.
Nothing to break the gun.
Back to our old standards.
Let's see. The medium machine gun in Z6 will fire at the 37 millimeter in S4.
Okay.
So that's just going to be a 4 up 2, I believe. 4 up 2, yeah.
You have line of sight? I imagine so, but
I think. Let me check that. If not, I'm just. Yep.
oh, okay.
So that is a 6 on 4, which is a normal round check.
Raw passes, but sniper. My God.
And I have rate.
Mhm.
So I will fire at you again. And it's going to be a no. Okay. Who the Fnatic crew in X6 will fire at the MMG across the way. So that's going to be a 2 up 2.
Mhm.
The MMG in Z3 will fire at X1.
Okay.
So that's going to be 4 up 2.
Mhm.
Nothing. Just didn't break it. The squad in. Sorry. Z2 will fire at Z1.
Mhm.
So that's going to be 8 up 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at something.
So
6 on 8.
on 8, which is a 1MC.
Both pass. Thank Christ.
There's And last but not least, the artillery in Y5, since the crew managed to recover, will fire at S4. So it's
Okay.
going to be, I think, just up 2. There. It's not 4-sided or anything.
Yeah,
so yeah.
should be just +2.
So that's a miss.
But you do gain AC.
It's not going to help me, but that's all right. I think that's everybody.
Right.
Yep. Movement phase. These guys will salt move in there. That's fire.
Okay. No shot. No shot. Z8 will shoot into Y7 as a 8-up 2. Sniper and 6 on 8, 1 MC. V7 will shoot back at the Fanatics as a 4-3. Jesus. 6 on 4 NMC. Right.
Carefree.
I guess I'll try again. No. V6 stack will shoot at W5 as a 4-up 1. 6 on 4 NMC. Alright. S3 will shoot at Y4. Oops. I did that. +3, -2, so that's a miss. No rate. Let's shoot Z1 to Z2. Forgot to transfer the LMG, so it's just going to be a 6-up 1 shot. 9 on 6, I don't think there's anything. Nope. Read DMs. Actually, I already DMs. Never mind. X1 will shoot at the same target as a 6-up 2. That's a miss. S4 will also shoot. It's a 4. Or sorry, it's still a 6 rate of fire, so 9 on 4 is a miss. We'll shoot again. It's a hit, no rate. 3 on 4 is a 2 MC.
I should get multiple to roll that twice.
Oh, right. God, I always do that. Right. So, still going to be a 2 MC.
Leader passes, but it would be pinned.
Yeah, it just doesn't affect them. Alright. And I don't believe... Oh, I do have that shot. W8 shoots at W5 as a 5-up 2. No. I thought it was
Don't forget
being...
F7.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't forget S7.
S7? I guess. 4-up 2?
I'm saying that it's up to you. I'm not gonna force you to shoot, but
Yeah, but no. I have rate, but I'm not gonna bother. He's already broken. That's it. Advanced Fireface.
well. Yeah, one of the units in Y4 will fire over at W3. So it's
Okay.
going to be a 1-up 1.
1-up 1, yep.
Nothing. I think it redeems, though, I hope. Or no.
Yes. Yeah. Because you'd have to... Oh, actually, because you cowered, it's halved to 1. Yeah, that's the... I can't believe we got the 1 sequence
Yeah,
for
well,
not the enemy.
the other squad will then fire,
Okay.
and they don't cower, so yes, they redeem. That's all I have to say to that is, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for advanced fire. Routing. Whee!
Okay. That's the thing.
What?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you after because it takes a little bit to explain. Route phase.
Did I do something wrong? Do we need to back up and do something again?
So we get the same result at the end, anyways. So I'll just
Uh-huh.
explain. I'll explain the difference at the end.
Okay. Start fire off. Z2, or excuse me, Z2? Yes, Z2 will retreat to Z3.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
Yeah. Nobody else has to
Z5 does not
route.
have to move. They're fine. Z6 is also fine where it is.
Sounds good. I got no routes, or no possible routes, because I don't feel like taking minefield hits.
Advance phase. Yeah.
I knew that. I was hoping you'd do that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not. This guy will advance there.
Oh,
But
I forgot about my artillery. Give me one sec. It's in continuation anyways, so
so it just automatically fires at everybody there.
no. So FFEC is essentially I have to choose if I even want to do artillery again. So we'll just skip it because it's basically, do I have line of sight to the blast height? Answer be yes. If I want to convert it, I have to do.
Go ahead. I mean, do it. It's fine.
Wait, you how does that make any sense? There should be a point where you can't convert it because then you just get it for free all the time. Does that make any sense? So, did the observer have LOS to FFE's blast height during the current phase? So yes. Do I want to convert it to FFE1? If I say yes, do I have LOS? Answer would be no to the. No, probably not because it's right behind another building. Does observer have LOS? Yes. No, you just convert it? Wow. Okay. Well, because otherwise this would be really stupid. So I'm going to put an artillery request instead. So I desire a AR or spotting round. So I have to go back to A. Man, it just does the entire thing all over again. Alright, I'm just gonna say I missed it because otherwise this is like way too much stuff for it to make sense to say with it. So anyways, so I just have to worry about it in my next turn.
Okay.
So yeah, continuing with advances. Sorry.
I'm pretty much done with advances. So
All
close
right.
combat.
Okay.
We don't re-roll ambush for the unit joining, do we?
Correct. You do not.
Okay. So it is a 1-to-1 for me.
And I will go. I'll just stick with my 3-to-1 against the crew.
Okay.
The non-fanatic guys.
So I do not get you.
Yeah. That's one down. And that's it, I think. Yeah.
I'm inclined to concede.
Okay. I was kind of thinking about how this was gonna go because possible game end is in 2 turns. I still have artillery, which I think is busted. I was under the impression as soon as you get to FFEC, like the mission's over and you have to restart from the beginning. Because otherwise it's like, okay, well you just keep putting I guess that's the quote unquote power of it when it's an off-board observer is you can just constantly call it in because you have automatic radio contact, so you don't have the challenge there. And when it's an automatic black as your first chit draw, it's an auto success, which like the next one would go here ish, maybe AA6, and then or AA4, and then hope that it just goes southwest.
I mean, particularly, I think you're at half deviation. I think as well. I think that I remember that
Yeah.
from. So you're not even going to be deviating more than what 3 hexes. I think is the max you can deviate at that point.
One, two, three.
Yeah, I don't think I've got enough left, and that plus the fact that I've got 3 artillery pieces more or less firing at me at will.
Yeah, the infantry guns with their high rate of fire is really like it put in a lot of work at the first turn we played tonight. Um,
Yeah, and I don't have the ability really to fire back. Like I probably misplayed those somewhat. I'm not entirely, sanguine about that, but I could have recruited them with something I think is. But at the same time, it's kind of like you're just going to drop artillery on them until they break, and the second you break everybody, I lose
yeah.
essentially. So
Honestly, if anything, I think it's just that I got the first turn we played tonight, I got really lucky, and I just didn't have as many guys break. But I don't think you did anything wrong. Like,
yeah, no, I'm not unhappy with it. I mean, I think it is what it is, but I think it's really tough to defend. Like I would have to really stick
mhm.
some guys away in the back there, but that I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to think I probably should have taken those extra points and just thrown a crap load of minefields all over the place.
I'll be honest. I think the only way that you could have improved your defense was just maybe having more guys up front. Like, I'm not sure if what was the limitation here. Um, Concealed north of stream. Okay, so like I think having it's super cheesy, but I think having like someone in XO, someone in X1, maybe like this minefield I actually really like. I really like this minefield as well. The U7 minefield could have been in U8 or U7 and still be a really good. Um, you could put it in like X10, I guess, maybe to be sneaky as well. Um, yeah, like I think the artillery pieces just got unlucky for you in oh, see, I was actually thinking about going X2 to W3 and then W4 as like, I'm in cover and whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
that was my thought. I was like, okay, I don't really. And here's my thought. Yes, I could defend further up, but the problem with that is that the win conditions are I can't have unbroken. I have to control at least 2 buildings. I have to have units in at least 2 buildings that are unbroken. So if I defend further up, yes, I could do more initial damage at you, but I am also more vulnerable to shots from across the way because I don't have that row of buildings in the way, and you're more or less on top of me. So if I'm not breaking you immediately with my shots, then you're probably going to be firing back. So I would have to fortify the crap out of all those buildings. And on top of that, I have units coming into my rear. I know that those guys are coming in. Like there's not, I don't know how many there. I forget exactly how many there are, but there is more than enough cavalry to cover that board very quickly if I don't put anybody back there. And I
yeah,
don't
but
really have the strength to kind of do both. I guess is the way to do it. The way to
like,
put it.
yeah, I definitely get a lot of guys. I think because the only thing I'm thinking of, and I think would be a not like cheesy or anything, but a really a good way to get defense would be like I don't know necessarily which hex I would do it on, just because considering everything that's around, I think options are limited. But I think I would have gotten a pillbox, and wherever you have it doesn't really matter, so long as you have somebody that can cover it. So, for example, like have a pillbox. Let's say you have one in like BB4, maybe pointing towards the grain or somewhere else. But essentially, you want to envision of like Z4 or Z6, so that one you have to maintain that one building, and if it's a building that's hard to shoot at, like Z4 is, just because of line of sight, like I'd have to have a gun here, which would only have line of sight on Z4 and wouldn't really have any defenses if it ever got shot, anyways. But the point being that the pillbox is really hard to CC against. So any unit that would go towards it, you could then just like shoot at the guys outside the pillbox and essentially never harm the guys inside.
Yeah, I mean that's possible. I think how expensive were the pillboxes? Pillboxes are
I think they're probably 12 or something gross, 10.
yeah. So that's like a quarter of my initial points. Like I would have to
Yeah.
basically say, uh, I would have to basically bump the points to do
Yeah.
that. I don't know. I agree. I wish I had more fortifications in the back because I really don't have much of anything, to be honest. I think I misplaced the fortified buildings on the south side. I think I'm happy with the ones in Y4 and Y5. This one in W9 was useless. It should have been back up on in like Y8 or Z7. But I don't know. The problem is that artillery, like that really does.
Yeah.
It
I
really
think that's
does.
why you get. I think that's why fortified building is so cheap, so that you can get the extra defense. Um,
But I don't know. I don't even feel like it's all that extra. You know, I think like I think it's a lot of firepower raining down on a lot of hexes, and the
Yeah.
buildings are held together. It's hard to defend. I mean, I'm not complaining about the performance. I don't think I can hold you out.
no, yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Um, I mean, I had bad luck with that medium machine gun in X6 breaking instantly and then dying.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
like, okay, that's the whole.
The fact that I broke both of my infantry guns multiple times and repaired them multiple times was also,
Yeah.
bull. It was
I
pretty
think
bullshit.
in hindsight, I probably would have swapped the 37 and that medium machine gun. Just put the 37 in the 45 building just to make it a little more,
Hmm.
little more gooey. But I got to be honest, when I was looking at it, I was like, he's not going to charge across the bridge. Like that would, while amusing, that would also be highly dumb, and you are not a dumb man. So I was kind of feeling you would be coming from the north and the south across those things, and so I wanted to kind
Yeah, a full charge against the bridge. So that's like what I don't quite get is that like, so if you get four minefields, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, you've covered every cheap quote unquote way to get up, and
Yeah.
and essentially like there's nothing I can do. Like I can't clear. Excuse me, I can't clear minefields whatsoever. So like I would just be screwed.
Yeah,
I think
no,
the only way would be to toss maybe a DC into a minefield and hope I like shell hole it.
yeah. I mean, I love the minefields. I should have bought a couple more. I think I probably would have traded one of the fortified buildings for another minefield, but
Yeah,
because a minefield in U8 would have made life interesting.
yeah, that's the thing. Like you put them in at least U8, U7, and boom, you can't get into any of those hexes easily. It takes
Yeah.
the fact that
So,
you lose almost 2 turns moving because of the stream is nuts.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I kind of didn't figure you were going to send much across the bridge, if anything. So
Hmm.
I was like, well, the center can be a little bit weak. I'll cover it with the machine guns and go from there. But they probably should have been, yeah, I don't know. There's a number of ways I think it could have gone.
Honestly, I think that would probably be the only thing I would change would be uh, I would give the Red Russians the ability to put smoke and not just high explosive.
Yeah.
Because if you had smoke, at least you could attempt to go across the bridge, or you could smoke out enemy positions. But maybe it's just too strong.
You know, for the OBA, I don't mind necessarily the OBA. I mind the accuracy of the OBA. That's I think the problem because you pretty much have LOS to everything. Like the only things you might not have LOS to are like the stuff back like FF2, FF3, like that little compound, just because of the hill and
Yeah.
A3, CC3 kind of. But that depends a little bit on where you're, like the stuff on the backside might be a little tough to see.
Oh,
But
it'd be impossible. There's certain areas I wouldn't be able to see at the back. But I know what you're saying. I think the way to alleviate it would be to force um the observer to be either lower, so he has to see buildings more dead on, which would eliminate at least a little bit of the accessible locations to choose from.
Mhm.
Um, or put them as on map, and just the Russians may be able to shoot at him, or if you don't want him to get shot at, you have to put him in a position that compromises his ability to target spots.
Yeah, they kind of make it a choice. Like you
Yeah,
either got to expose him a little bit, or he's yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't think the artillery is super overpowered, but
yeah,
it definitely needs to be toned a little tiny bit down. I think.
yeah. Or maybe
Even
like designate like you can only pick hex X or hex Y as an observer spot.
yeah, or I don't know if you're going to give them that. Oh, okay, take away one of the 37 mils. I mean something like that. Just to trade off or drop an MMG or something along those lines, just to kind of trade it off a little bit because the combination of those is kind of deadly. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I'd probably
Overall,
take away an
overall
MMG.
scenario is really bloody as hell. You know, uh, and yeah, if I had had less stuff break and both
Yeah.
men and material, I think it might have been a little bit more bloody on your side.
Oh, for
But you
sure.
still lost a fair amount, I think.
Yeah, turn two is bad. Turn two is bad. Turn one was, yeah, losing
Yeah,
a leader wasn't great, but that
yeah,
was bound to happen. That was the road guy.
yeah.
I was like, you're gonna die, whatever.
So yeah, I don't know. It's a fun little scenario. I think it's pretty close to balance. There's just like we're talking, just a few tweaks here and there
Yeah,
that might be more interesting.
definitely a scenario I'd play at a tournament. That's for sure.
Yeah. Hey, what are you gonna do with the Mongolians in BB-8? Were they heading for A7 or what was the plan there?
Yeah, they were essentially. I was gonna try and spread them out a little bit. Um, just because I'm not terribly worried about their firepower. Um,
Yeah.
I'd probably keep at least a stack of two of them together with the LMG, so I can get a good 8 firepower. Keep them with the leader, so I can get the -1.
Uh-huh.
And then essentially all the other Mongolians are just gonna like run around, and if I can break these guys, all the better. If not, doesn't really matter. Especially seeing as they were a half squad, so I don't really think they have power. Um, and they would essentially just be moving to prevent routes.
Yeah.
It's like these guys essentially would eventually split. I'd have one guy go to X2, and then as soon as it's safe to do so, maybe throw the other guy into Z1. And then the squad and leader can do stuff like, I can go into AA2 and then go up on the hill, or I can just do the slow roll into Z3 eventually.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's a good
all
idea.
while just condensing the space. And then encirclement DRNs or whatever.
Yeah. No. That's kind of what I was seeing. The infantry guns are going to pound them from the front and probably get some breaks,
Yeah.
and those guys are just going to kind of roll up the stragglers and the survivors, hex by hex over the next turn or two. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, that is what it is.
So next one we've got is we're almost done with this, and I'll save you the trouble already. I'll take the Tachankas.
Oh God. Oh, we're back down.
Yeah, it's the last one we see. It's the last time we see Tachankas for hopefully a long time because I imagine we won't see them until 1939. So
Oh boy, Chunkets.
I should actually check the snare archive. But yeah, so I have no problem picking the Red Russians
All right.
if you don't mind me attacking again.
Freebooter Relish, right?
I'm sorry, what?
This is Freebooter Relish. Is that
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
one?
And that's the before last one, 5.5 turns, so it should be relatively quick. Then the last one is a night mission, so we got to brush up on that again. But it looks to be a short one, or shorter, just with looking at the
Now they're tanky troops. Well, no, sorry, the Red Russians have a bunch of troops, but there's
yeah.
not a lot of whites.
Yeah, and with the nature of night combat, like stuff will die really quick because everybody has to get close.
Yeah.
But yeah, so once we're done that, we can finally move on to we can advance like 6 years immediately, and then and then finally get to more modern stuff.
We'll be in the no, still be in the 20s. Let's see.
Yeah, but it's like
Night
late
Class.
20s. Let's see here. What's the after this one? We get to I think it's lack of discernment is the first one. Yeah. So we go to so 21 to 27, 6 years. Hey, I had it.
Yeah.
But red Chinese versus Chinese, which could be fun, and Japanese versus Chinese, which is going to be extremely fun because once you start getting Japanese stuff, that gets very interesting on hip. And Chinese, they always have the dare death and so on and so forth.
I see you're giving me the rapists next go.
Baron Unkern was convinced of his divine mission to be Emperor of Russia and hang every communist.
The last 3 sentences of the historical result.
After machine gunning 200 prisoners, the red nurses were given the. Alright, I'm just going to scroll up there and we will. We're never going to mention that one ever again. I am going to make sure to avoid ever mentioning that in the LP thread.
Yeah, no, don't. Yeah.
Christ. Wait, that said red Russians.
Yes,
The red nurses. Oh, the red nurses. I gotcha.
Yes, the whites overran a some kind of medical thing, and
yeah.
And
all right.
White Russians,
Red Russians win immediately upon earning 11 VP. What?
Yeah, you get exit VP for units and guns exited.
SSR5.
Through Q1, so you have to go to one specific hex.
Red Russians earn 1 VP for every 6 CVP. Okay. I was very, very worried there for a sec.
Well, hey, those Chonkas are actually worth a crap load of points, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like 5 points, aren't they?
They don't have armor, but they are. So it'd be 1 for vehicle, 1 for functioning MA, 1 for crew. So 3 there minimum. So yeah, they'll be pretty valuable.
That's 6 points.
Yeah, exactly.
That's half your victory points right there.
Assuming the infantry guns don't just blow them away, but
well, yeah. You've also got the wagons.
Yeah, that's right.
So, all right, yeah, it'll be fun. It's gonna be another slugfest. It looks like.
Yeah, I'm excited to play the night mission and get these done with, and then we can get a very big change in scenery. Not just because we're going to be changing theater, or at least a little bit, anyways, but just because we are going to be getting a different designer. So it will be a little bit better. Like the counters.
The iffy designer? Is this the?
So for this pack, it's always been Robert Hammond and Tate Rogers. Although I think it's usually a Robert Hammond, and Tate Rogers sometimes helps.
Yeah.
So no offense to Robert Hammond, I actually like some of these scenarios. I think some of them could use a little bit more playtesting or whatever, but you kind of get a taste of what they kind of expect you to do and how the snares are kind of designed. So getting a different set of designers with more appropriate counters, because again, like ASL for all its modularity is primarily a World War II representation. So
closer to the actual.
Yeah, like things will start making a little bit more sense. We're not going to be using hodgepodge counters. Like you're not going to see as many like Russian LMGs get used by all sides or whatever,
Yeah.
So, and we get to see stuff like Japanese knee mortars and more appropriate counters. So that'll be fun. And then we get into a pseudo campaign eventually, so that'll be nice.
Oh, sweet.
and
How
then
many
by
have we done? We in the 20s yet?
we are at we just finished 27.
Wow.
I have a hidden one. Why do I have it?
We're pretty good.
Why do I have it hidden? I'm very curious. I'm missing. I have a row that's hidden in my thing, and I'm trying to figure out why that's hidden. How do I unhide a row? I always hate trying to figure that out.
So you unhide a row,
Yeah.
select the rows on either side of it, and then unhide.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, you got to select both rows like you're selecting that whole bit.
Yeah, it's not. It's not letting me for whatever reason.
Huh.
Yeah, I feel like this is always a problem I have with. Like I have clear rows, hide rows, resize rows. Let's resize them. Fit to data. Nothing. Maybe it's just one scenario I don't have, which is very strange because it fits perfectly between two of them. So let's go to my full list, or my missing list, whichever. That's how bad it is. I got so many. November 29th.
How many are there? Like 3,000.
5,700, something like that. What's my page on
Only
ASL?
5,700 to go.
5828 is the number of scenarios, but a lot of them are doubles, or like we're gonna come across ones where it's like, all right, we got to choose between one or the other. Yeah, I think it must be a scenario that didn't get ordered properly because I curated the list and then rearranged them.
Gotcha.
My best guess is it's one of the a critical hit scenario that like I'm not paying for that
Yeah.
pack for sure.
All right. Do I need to set up the scenario? Yes, I do. Need to set up.
Yeah.
I'll try to get that to you probably Monday, but I might be able to get to it over the weekend. We'll see.
Yeah, whatever. It's not a rush.
Yep.
All right. So we'll see you on Tuesday, and for everybody who's been sticking around, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Guys, see you Tuesday.